Hey guys, my name is Surfer Killer, and I'm going to give you 7 tips for you to become an untiltable player in League of Legends. I'm going to be as straightforward as I possibly can with all these tips, no nonsense, so make sure you listen to all of them carefully, and if you do, you will have a most likely chance to become an untiltable player, not just in League, but maybe in some other games as well. So let's go ahead and start, but before we do, take a note of this. In order for you to be as accurate as possible with these tips that I'm going to provide you, you will need to try to control yourself. What I mean by this is that at some point when you will be trying these tips in this video, you might become tilted along the way and you will need to stop seeing red and recognize when you're about to hit that tilt point. So if you start to feel like you're just about to tilt, control your actions and always think twice before you do anything. So let's go ahead and start. Tip number 1. The first tip is not a good tip because it might get you more tilted than you already are, but try to test your limits. Try to discover what tilts you in the first place. Imagine you are an ADC main, right? And you start to notice that what pisses you off the most is when you know that your support is not performing well. Now, imagine that he starts flaming you for whatever reason, and that is when he hits your nerve. That's when you get triggered. That's the trigger moment. And that moment you just discovered how you got tilted in the first place. Another example is, let's say you don't like someone in your ranked games to tell you what you're doing wrong, for example, and that tilts you. That's it. Now you know your limits and what tilts you the most. And now, your main objective is to practice yourself into not get tilted when you reach that trigger moment. It's pretty hard to do, but it is possible. I personally had this in the past. I'm an Asses main, and I've been one for a long time, and I built Iceborne in most of my matches, and I didn't like someone to backseat me. When someone went up to me and said, "Dude, go Triforce," that would tilt me a lot, because I personally know the pros and cons of buying Triforce than Iceborne, right? But instead of saying stuff like, "Shut the f***, dude, you're not the main, I am," I now say, "Why I don't buy it?" Or, "I don't even answer at all." But imagine you gotta answer, and you cannot leave it unanswered. Then speak. Not to him, but yourself. Say it out loud. Ezreal, I don't like Triforce because I feel like it's way too more expensive and I prefer having resistances and do my first item faster. If you cannot do this at all, then we move on to tip number 2. Tip number 2, mute the chat. If you cannot control yourself to the point of having to answer every time someone talks to you or flames you, then mute the chat. I mean, sometimes if you're untiltable and you know what you're doing with your champ and your teammates still say you're wrong, just ignore them or mute the one that is talking to you specifically. Then keep doing your thing. Keep playing. Make sure you are confident on what you're doing. This may lead to some people doing something that it is not correct. For example,
playing AP grade.
You're confident about your build, but it just doesn't work. You need to find that middle point where you know exactly what you are doing to the point of being able to explain why it works. You might make some mistakes, of course. Everyone makes mistakes, but you gotta learn to recognize those mistakes. For that, you can watch your replays or talk to someone that is experienced in the game and that knows your champ enough to give advice on that. So make sure of this. If you cannot control looking at your chat and reacting to every single message, then mute it. It might even come to a point where you have to mute the pings as well, because if someone is SSing you because they are tilted and want to blame you, you can also mute the pings. Emotes are also mutable. Imagine you are getting wrecked in your lane and your enemy Yasuo pulls out that Mastery 12 emote. Just mute it. Then he'll never do it again. Tip number 3. Saying you are not tilted when you are. Some people, when they are tilted, say instantly, without giving a fraction of a second, "I'm not tilted." That's exactly when you are tilted. You just want to give the thought that you're not, and that's not correct. You should also recognize when you are tilted. I believe 100% that a human being can reach a state of non-tiltedness, but everyone has tilted at least sometime in their lives, and it happened or will happen to you. And you have to recognize that. The same way you recognize that you lost a game, for example. Okay, I've lost a game, that's okay, I will climb later. The next games will go better, I'll try to play better, and hopefully I can rank up today. That's recognizing a lost game. And now imagine you say instead, "Okay, this enemy Darius is flashing his OK Timo emote all the time. I'm getting tilted, I might just want to mute these emotes. And just to be sure, I'll mute his chat," for example. There you go. You recognized exactly when you were about to tilt, and you didn't. You instead did the right thing, and muted Darius's chat and emotes. This kind of relates to the first tip because if you know your trigger moment, then you know how to act at that moment to prevent it. That's a good step towards becoming untiltable. Tip number 4. Keep it to yourself or it will get worse. I've known a lot of players, and I mean a lot, that instantly go to his friend's Discord or DMs and says, "Dude, I lost this game. I was totally 1v9. I ended with 10-0. Sends a screenshot. Look, I definitely carried that game. I deserve to have won that. And they'll say, well, that sucks, dude. Sorry about that. And then you queue up again. No, it is not okay. Don't talk about your games. No one, and I mean no one, will care about your losses. Lucky for you, you had a friend that stayed nice and said, yeah, dude, that sucks. Feels bad, man. But then imagine you're on your champion main's Discord and some diamond dude tells you, then stop flaming your team, dude. You played bad as well, or else you would have won that game. Now you're even more tilted. And now you're gonna talk shit back to him, saying he's a boosted diamond player and that you're just hard stuck silver because of your teammates. No, stop. It is not okay. There's a lot of people who are doing this. Do not do this. Don't talk about your games. This is something that you definitely need to control. It will never, ever get better if you talk about your lost games. It's not gonna make that loss turn into a win. Trust me. Tip number 5. Stop playing. Imagine you are on your third lost game and as soon as you reach the lobby, you never press that Q button so fast in your life, you queue up again, you're tilted, you lose again, and you queue up again. And now you're stuck on a loop of a snowballing lose streak because the more you tilt, the more you lose. Because you are not focused, you're tilted. You are just waiting for that vane that will go 10-0 in the first 5 minutes of the game so that you can get carried and get that when you want it, so that you can go back to sleep because you've been losing 6 AM and it's 11 PM. That's not good. You will probably get your MMR fucked up if you do this, and then it's gonna be way harder to climb back to where we were. Okay, I'll try to do my best with this, so I'm gonna provide you 4 outcomes when playing League so that you can follow the same outcomes I do. First outcome. I play my first game, I lose, I play another game, I lose. I stop playing for at least a couple of hours or 1 day max. I went 0-2. Second outcome. I play my first game, I win, I play another one, I win again. I will keep playing until I lose. I went 2-1 or 3-1 or 4-1 depending on many games I did. This may leave for crazy win streaks and then when you're finished you can see the daylight in your room and your dad said you woke up early. You didn't. Third outcome. I play my first game. I win. I play another one. I lose. I will do 1 more game. If I win, I keep playing. If I lose, I stop playing. I went 1-2 or 2-2 or 3-2 depending on how many games I played. Fourth outcome. It's the same as the third outcome, but I lost the first game and I won the second one. So, I play my first game, I lose, I play another one, I win, I will do 1 more game. If I win, I keep playing. If I lose, I stop playing. I went 1-2 or 2-2 or 3-2, depending on how many games I played. So basically, you either stop when you lose 2 games separately, or when you lose 2 games in a row, or when you're on a win streak and lost your first game. This 100% always ends your league day with a loss. That might be a trigger moment for you, and you might get tilted, but that's okay. The point here is for you to control that tilt. With enough practice and time, you'll get used to it and you will become untiltable. Now, imagine you've stopped playing and you got nothing else to do. Imagine League is your only game. Then play blind pick or draft pick. Look at your replays maybe, look at your mistakes. Train your champion pool, train matchups, go Earth, go TFT if you like it, get better at the game, watch educational videos. You've got a lot of them. See, you have lots of stuff to do that are related to League or in League that is not going ranked. Tip number 6, don't autopilot and don't take any games for granted. Whatever you do, your brain has to be 100% focused on League. And if it's not, then you should not be playing ranked at that time, because you might autopilot. This means you might play normally, but you're distracted and you're just going default on everything. You're not looking at your map perhaps. You're doing a wrong build because you didn't check your matchups. You're not doing good wave management, etc. This is autopiloting. Also, let's say you encounter a level 30 guy on your team and he's playing Mastery and you think he's a smurf and then he tells you that he is indeed one. Don't think the game will go easier just because you have a smurf on your team. Your enemy team might have one as well and he might not be level 30, so you always have to do your best in every single game regardless of having smurfs or not. Always go for your best. And final tip. Tip number 7, if any of those tips sound confusing or maybe it's not working for you, you can always check out my Twitch so that you can see how I do it. I'm proud to say that after lots of years of playing CSGO and League, I am an untiltable player. It is possible, for any of you believing that it isn't. Check me out and you'll see. I can even give you tips if you want some. And there you go guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like or subscribe if you want more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next video.